I think my friends that were close to me weren't particularly shocked. In fact, they were almost kind of expecting it, so to speak. I think I woke up at some point at 15 or 16 and felt something tugging at my heart, but 15, 16-year-olds don't think about this. It's not discussed, it's not talked about. Do people still do that? Is that what the Lord's asking for me? I was a pretty normal, rough and tumble tomboy of sorts. I loved playing sports and listening to music. My friends were planning their college schedules around their soap operas, and I was planning them around morning prayer and evening prayer. I can remember kind of coming and going to prayer and specifically avoiding the sisters. And I think I was, avoiding something in my own heart that I didn't want to take a look at. I would have my backpack on and my baseball hat on, and I'd be out the door before, the final amen was sung, just so I wouldn't have to talk to any of them. And finally, two of them had the same thought, and they both kind of ran out of prayer just as I did and headed me off at the bottom of the staircase. Who are you? And where are you coming from? And thus began a very sort of simple, quiet, gentle relationship. It would fit like a glove. So in some ways, there was this sort of like sick stomach ache that, could this really be what you have in mind? Are you kidding? And my organ teacher occasionally would look at me teasingly and say, "Hey, sister, what was it you played before you came to the convent that they thought you'd be good at this?" And I used to like tease her and say, "Second base. I am 4'10". The question is not how tall am I, but how short am I? I get up every day, and I don't know what I did to be so lucky. It's the good kind of hard. It's not hard like miserable hard. It's hard in a good way, in that it's a challenge, but it's something you want very much. I was 23 when I entered. And as a matter of fact, I moved in with my suitcase, which was a duffel bag with my running shoes tied to the outside of it. Very different from the days when they entered with, a trunk and a list of required items. Once upon a time, I was one of the noisy Georgetown kids out on the street making noise, keeping the nuns awake at night, which really does happen. And now, I up until recently, I had a room on, my window was on P Street, so I was one of the nuns being kept awake by the noisy kids on the street. So there is justice.